Holy smokes, everyone. Boy, do I have some big news for you today. This is a quick, urgent update. I'm on the road, but I really wanted to get this news out to you because BlackRock has just done it, our favorite hedge fund of all. So I'm going to discuss what BlackRock just did and what this means for the markets, what this means for Bitcoin, and how you can prepare. So what's been happening recently is there's been a huge attack on cryptocurrency. We've seen the SEC come down, and they're now announcing a lot of these cryptocurrencies as securities. We're seeing a lot of exchanges being attacked. A lot of exchanges have gone down. And what I predicted in 2020 when Bitcoin was around 2022 and 2021 when Bitcoin was around 60,000, I said it would go down all the way to below 20,000. Now a lot of people thought I was crazy, I was mad, but it did end up happening. And I said between 15 and 20,000 was a decent accumulation zone. I thought it could have been possible that we could have gone to 10, 12,000, but it's very clear that's not going to happen. That's right, I'm setting the record straight here. 15,000 was the bottom for this cycle. And the reason why Bitcoin has been rallying this past week was, one, what a lot of people aren't talking about is I think a lot of people are taking their money out of altcoins because there's a lot of uncertainty with what's going to happen with them. Are they going to be classed as securities or not? Not only that, altcoins are very risky. A lot of these coins, they're never going to do anything. They'll just promise the world. I've been in Bitcoin since 2015. I've seen all these altcoins come out that say they're going to do this, say they're going to do that. They never deliver. Besides Ethereum, Bitcoin is king, Ethereum is queen. Just like cash is king, okay? Bitcoin is king. And after being in the crypto sphere now for, I feel like I'm getting old here. I think it's in about 8 years now. I've seen that Bitcoin is king. Altcoins, they just get the leftovers of what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin doesn't rally, altcoins aren't going to get any gains. There could be the odd one here or there, but that's just a pump and dump scheme. We saw what happens with the meme coins. They get pumped and then they get dumped. Even if they do a 10, 100x, then it's always followed by a 90% dump. So just don't even waste your time with altcoins because you might as well just go to the casino. It's too speculative. You guess I have made profitable trades trading them, but again, that's very risky. That may be only something you do with some play money, okay? But what I want to talk about is this huge news that BlackRock is now applying for a Bitcoin ETF. Now, why this is so bullish for Bitcoin is because what's been happening, we're seeing crypto exchange after crypto exchange get hacked. We've seen a lot of crypto exchanges go under. They've been misusing people's funds. So a lot of people don't trust these unregulated exchanges. So with a Bitcoin ETF, if you can buy it through a trusted broker that you buy your stocks with, well then that's going to mean there's going to be a lot more people get into the cryptocurrency industry. Because a lot of people, they're worried about buying Bitcoin exchange because even if you go to buy it on an exchange and then you want to take it out and self-custody it straight away, what happens if when you go to put the money on to buy it in that short time frame, the exchange goes under? That's very, very risky, everyone. So I think what people have to be aware of, though, is this could open up to market manipulation. We've seen how the big banks like JP Morgan have been caught using futures contracts and the paper markets to manipulate the price of silver and gold. So why this is bullish, I think, for the next bull run of crypto, and I do think we are in another bull run for Bitcoin. I think next year, the 2024 Bitcoin halving, that's when we're going to see some really huge rallies for Bitcoin. So it still is pretty early if you're wanting to get in now. That's just my opinion, not financial advice. But like what we said, we did see big banks use the paper markets to manipulate the precious metals market. And yes, while I think this is bullish in the short term, we have to be aware of how they'll be able to use this to manipulate the Bitcoin price and take away demand from the actual real Bitcoin, okay? A lot of people will be buying this paper of Bitcoin, can't speak today, and they won't be buying the real Bitcoin. So you still want to be buying the real Bitcoin. You still want to self-custody some real Bitcoin, but this will open up the doors for a lot of institutions to buy Bitcoin, a lot of investors that are too afraid to trade on these cryptocurrency exchanges, especially, for example, here in Australia. I got a notification from Commonwealth Bank saying they are limiting transactions with most crypto exchanges. You won't be able to deposit money on their exchanges or be limited, and you won't be able to withdraw a lot of money on their exchanges or they'll be limited. We saw Binance, they lost their license in Australia. They're getting cracked down by the Securities and Exchange Commission. So there is a lot of uncertainty with exchanges and also altcoins, whether they're securities or not. But remember, everyone, Bitcoin is king. It will always be king. It can give you financial freedom and financial liberty away from the tyrannical banking system that they're going to be using to gain more and more control. We've seen how people have used Bitcoin to get around sanctions, etc., to get around the restrictions put on them by the banks. And Bitcoin does have a place, in a diversified portfolio with gold and silver. That's what I've like to invest in: gold, silver, Bitcoin. That's my strategy at the moment, because gold is a safe haven. It's an inflation hedge. It's a hedge against economic uncertainties. But if we do get a market melt up, which I think will happen, because it's becoming very clear central banks won't do enough to bring down real inflation. Yes, they can manipulate the CPI reports, but real inflation is getting worse. We're seeing the Bank of England in the UK came out, inflation just shot up again. It's still around 8.7%, and they've only got interest rates at 4.5%, 4.75%. There's just no way they're going to be able to bring it under control. So in the case of a market melt up, Bitcoin will outperform the stock market. You can see it now. The S&P year to date is up around 20-25%. Okay, Bitcoin is up around 90%. So it will outperform stocks. So for me, I thought, why would I own stocks when I can own Bitcoin and have financial freedom and liberty? It does give me more potential to the upside. Okay, excuse me. But everyone, what do you think about all this? One more thing. This could be a dangerous time to buy, because what if the Bitcoin ETF doesn't get approved? Okay, there's a lot of FOMO, a lot of hype right now. So I wouldn't be FOMOing in right now to buy. We've had a big rally the past 2 days. Maybe wait for a pullback to around anywhere between 25 to 27,000. Okay, but sometimes with these bull market rallies with Bitcoin, things can go up so quick and we may not fall back below 25,000 for a long time. Now, if it comes out that the ETF doesn't get approved, yes, we may go back down to 25,000, but we'll have to wait and see. So that's something you have to be careful as well. Don't FOMO in right now. We still have to wait to see what's going to happen, but we are going to be in a bull market from now until the halving event in 2024. But what do you think, everyone? Let me know. Drop your comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.